Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Diablo 3. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, we went and tried to get the third shard, but Magda was just a step ahead of us. So now we gotta slay some more Moon Clan guys.
Long ago, 5 clans of the Umbaru tribe left Mitiganzi and ventured north. After their transformation into Khazra, only a few elders were still able to use magic, and they passed it down to their cleverest children. These are the Khazra shaman, and they rank among the most dangerous of their race.
Khazra. And a stump. Most dangerous among their race, huh? I suppose if I wasn't playing on medium, I don't know. I guess my brain's still like, oh, playing on medium doesn't seem that bad. But I guess, you know, this is one of those games where you play on medium for the story, and you play it on hard and so on for
your fear.
You know, playing for the difficulty, I guess. Gameplay. Gotta be that, because good lord. The Lyceum. Crumbling tower, explore the Lyceum.
The tower is breached. Don't let them get any further.
Yeah, about that. You're gonna have to do a lot better than just rando sorcerers. And whatever those were. That whole barbarian versus sorcerer mentality thing going on right now. You know, like Conan the Barbarian. I don't want to say Krull, because Krull wasn't a barbarian. Or some other good barbarian. I need to watch more old barbarian flicks that are not the barbarians. Good lord, no. That is just a bad time. And I need far fewer brain cells. Hello. Ooh, I do like treasure. Copper plates. Is that a shield? Quite getting the hang of the frenzying into the whirlwind stuff. Yeah, to the point where I can pretty freely, as long as I keep a nice steady trickle of foes. Lightning cap. Then perhaps I can. Oh, hello.
Hey, Mike.
All right then.
The Dark Berserkers are considered weaker demons, but their strength is still far greater than that of any human. I have found dark spells within the cathedral, written in Archbishop Lazarus's own hand, explaining how to summon them. I pray that no other copies exist, so that this terrible knowledge will be lost forever.
Okay, I know that Lazarus was from the first game. I forget exactly what it was that he did. Hello. Excuse you? Okay, you claim to be a legendary axe, but you're also only doing 26.6 damage. I guess I gotta get it identified to be all like, ooh, actual shiny.
Draw your weapons.
Jesus.
What a monstrous creature!
Well, me or the dudes we're fighting? I assure you, these dudes are basically nothing compared to our might. Oh, my might. Am I over leveled? I say, am I over leveled, confused, like, because, like, I could have sworn this is one of those things where the game should have been relatively level matched, right? You know what? Hold on a second. I need to actually just look up whether or not Diablo 3 does level matching. Yes, it does indeed scale to the level of the person who made the world. Up and
How are
run,
criminals treated in your land?
There are none left to catch them. All has fallen to chaos.
It grieves me to hear that.
Sadness. But yeah, it does scale to the level of the person that made that particular world, so I guess this is just normal difficulty doing it for me. Although I have also read a couple of things where it's like the difficulty spike happens eventually. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been enjoying the power of fantasy of being able to cleave through hordes of monsters. It's just that I want the bosses to at least be difficult.
Hey, mate.
Sorry, couldn't hear you over the, you're dying. Oh, you're a special one. You were a special one. That was all three. Just gotta find the staff. So the event was just separate from what the actual thing was. I actually really dig that. I like being given additional tasks within dungeons and the like. Nope. Don't press that just yet. Don't touch that dial. And I remember I came from a time when that sentence made sense. 'Cause ain't no one's got a dial to touch anymore.
Not enough fury.
Oh. I'm an idiot. I could have just pressed tab to bring up the freaking map. Is you back in my day? No. Yeah. Unless there's something special over here. I almost might as well just teleport out and go back to the, Woozabadooz-it. The thingama, what's it? The waypoint teleport. Good lord. Alright. New sword. I'm glad I hit that chest.
Returning to town.
Alright, return to town, get the shit identified. Sell / throw away some stuff.
I've got some brand new goods you might be.
Alright. Oh. Ginzaniku. I won't lie, that's a pretty bitchin' axe right there. It's a shame that it does nearly half the damage that I do. Although I suppose that's not entirely the point of those. Ooh. Ah, but mine is still better. The Undisputed Champion is just, it's a legendary thing, so it's not exactly one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, I guess that's the thing. Guess I'll put that away for now. Iman, my man. Need you to tear apart some of these things for me. Vehement Midas. Pathfinder booties. Then I guess the rest I could just sell. Tashin. I probably should have seen whether or not the other dude could have used some of this stuff, but I don't know. I get really desperate for stuff for him, I'll just buy it back. Or get something crafted for him, because, I mean, he deserves it. Dude deserves nice things, what can I say? Let's see. Yeah, see, that gain 9's a life per fury spent is really flippin' nice. However, that armor is starting to fall off. I do not have enough arcane dust. I should have just... Next time. I mean, I don't need to worry that much about levels in the first place at the moment, so it's like... I guess next time. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of skipped one thing. I don't know what else to expect in this area. All I know is gotta find a staff. Had a slight derailment. Don't know why I broke that drum. I find myself not really needing to hit any of the other abilities. Which ain't necessarily bad, it's just definitely a thing. Hello, dead villager. Oh, hello.
Just a skirmish. Give me a real battle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I suppose I could put it on hard, but eh. I love how I'm just wishy-washy about whether or not I enjoyed the current difficulty or not. Oh man, I want the boss fights to actually feel like boss fights. Then why don't you put it on to hard? Because then everything might end up feeling like a boss fight. And that's a severe difference.
Our opponents may be strong, but I will not stand down.
Like that is a massive gripe I have when it comes to difficulties and whatnot. I do not have the patience to deal with every single enemy if every single enemy ends up essentially just being its own boss fight.
I gain new strength. I need fury.
Whirlwind Ruin got dust devils. Oh good, because that thing needed to be more powerful. Alright. Not great new blues. Most of it's just been blues. Let's be honest here. Alright. My whirlwind gains dust devils. Secondary tornadoes follow in your wake and damage enemies as they cross. Earthquake now gets giant stride. Ground shakes as you move, leaving fire in your wake. Sure. And a new passive skill. Healing amount is increased by 1%. Critical hit chance with axes. I kind of like that one. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one. I want to say I can change those out at any time, so it doesn't matter that much. Maybe. Okay, this isn't the one I went into. Cave of the Moon Clan.
Long I have labored to master the dark arts. Now I finally reap the rewards. For Magda has acknowledged me. She promised me a special task that will bring endless glory to the Great One. I can hardly rest until she reveals it on the morrow.
Gonna reveal it on the morrow. It's gonna involve killing all of you, isn't it? Sacrifice all the cultists. Which, I mean, wouldn't be a terrible loss for us. Less cultists to fight. Alrighty then. I cannot stress enough just how much of a difference there was between this version of the game and the PlayStation 3 version. I know that the PlayStation 3 version was working off of basically in a completely different build of the game. But man, there's something just mildly irksome when you know that a game can be run at a higher resolution, only for the people that made the game say, nah, we'll just put it at 720, people have to deal with it. Like, come the goddamn on. And he exploded, holy shit.
The Crusaders swore an oath to dedicate their lives to the search. None believed that they would be the one to end the crusade by finding and cleansing the corruption. They believed the search ennobled them, that the discipline of their life and journey was the true goal. The Crusader was meant to find meaning in the quest itself.
Ooh. Wrecker's Restraint. Arcane damage doesn't... Ow. Damn it. I just looked at the stat changes as if I've quit it. That is such a... It's a... me. It's a... It's pointless is what I'm trying to say. I got a lot of traps set up around here. Man, imagine having a new initiate try to go through this area.
Die.
Having to point out every single goddamn trap that they have in here. With every new initiate. Or maybe they have like, kind of like when they hire a lot of people at a job. And they just have everyone go on a tour. And that tour is apparently supposed to be sufficient for everyone to realize where everything is. Like, I showed you on the first day where it was. Why didn't you remember where it was?
I do not understand how evil walks in the day. Should it not fear the light?
Perhaps the sun is neutral.
But the light is both a literal and figurative foe of evil.
I think you're thinking too literal. But no. No, I've had jobs like that where they were like, okay, this is where everything is on the first day. We expect you to remember this shit. And like, save for maybe just on my own time going around whatever workplace it was. And trying to memorize where all the things was on my own time during work. That's pretty much my only option. And then I'll be not yelled at, but reprimanded for wasting company time and whatnot. Oh, Darius. The dishes are building up, and there's like 5 dishes on the goddamn sink.
Well, unimaginable.
I don't know about unimaginable, but alright. Man, that job really grind my gears. That woman was just one of the worst goddamn managers I've ever had in my life. Was this where I gotta go? This is where I gotta go. Maybe? No, I've been here. That's the Lyceum. Okay, that's significantly better. Made it. Equip your hands, shoulders, torso, legs, feet, and hand slots with items dyed in different colors. I didn't realize that they were dyed in different colors. I just kind of put them on. I didn't even do any dyeing. Yeah, she was the sort of manager that made me always second guess whether or not I did a good job at work. Super nitpicky about it.
You cannot stand before me.
And then when I was like, I don't know if I did a good job, can you double check it? And that somehow was defensive of me. It's like, yeah, of course it's defensive of me. When I don't know what you consider to be a good job. I want to say that staff was not in fact inside a thing.
The local Khazra tribes have become a serious threat. They attack caravans and are moving into areas where they haven't been seen before. We need you to take care of this problem for us. We'll pay 25 gold pieces for every Khazra head you bring back.
Ooh, wagon. Leather, chain, boots, and fortitude.
The ancients grant me strength.
That twice I leveled up in this game. On this level. On this level. On this, word thing stuff in this episode. Feels a little weird calling it an episode, but eh. And alright. Hello? Big stompy boy. Do I gotta go back to her now? I feel like I gotta go back to her now. I mean, that makes sense to go back to her now. Hello. Approach the barricade. How much you want to bet there we're gonna want to fight? Not that I mind. Fight's been relatively easy so far. I guess this is me just saying, man, I really hope for that difficulty spike. Alright. I'm kind of hoping that she becomes a person that I can have in the party. I don't know. Templar dude is cool and all, but I wouldn't mind trying some more different people. Alright. Might as well look into these skills changes. Weapon throw now has a ricochet. Strike multiple in a single throw. Seismic slam now gets shattered ground. Increase the damage and knock enemies up into the air. I mean, I still prefer whirlwind, but we'll give that a shot. Revenge now has best served gold. Ha! Increase your critical hit chance for a short time. Eh. And call the ancient. Summon 3 ancestral heroes to fight alongside you for 20 seconds. Interesting. Give that a go. I will say I'm going to find it really hard to replace Whirlwind. Like, don't get me wrong. Some of the other stuff is really cool, and I do like the sound, the seismic damage thingy-mabob. But sometimes spin to win. Oh, hello. Wow. I think those are supposed to be hitting me. Ooh, treasure chest. I mean, I see the appeal of weapon throw. It's probably going to be useful for spamming particular bosses or enemies or whatnot. But frenzy. So the Moon Clan shamans are supposed to be the most dangerous, huh? All right, that one. I will lie, I thought that one was the Good lord, it is noisy. I thought that seismic slam was the one that goes about in a circle around me, not the one that I push forward.
You cannot stand before me.
That said, it's pretty great. Damn dark wounds. Alright, that was
These
a
lands
time.
have fallen to darkness before under Leoric. We must reclaim them before it happens again.
Before under oh, okay. Didn't understand how the hell he was saying that sentence. I'm like, what? Bonk. Like, that's just disgusting. I can tell you.
Holy, do you see that enemy over there?
I see him.
Back to hell, dog.
He's not dead. Like, I won't lie. I think I would have had far more fun of a time if I had some of these skills in Diablo 2. Oh, I just realized. I'm one more level until I can use those boots I made. Made? Found. Did I find those boots? No, I made those boots. I remember now. I made those boots and quickly proclaimed to myself, Darius, you're an idiot. Because I cannot wear those boots for another, like, 5 levels. The downside, I suppose, of having upgraded him. Alright. Weapon rack. Good lord, everyone explodes, don't they? Always a little...
It is my pleasure to report that I have broken the prisoners from Wortham. Words have flowed from their mouths like blood from a wound. Our summoners can retrieve the weapon at your command, and the enemy shall be none the wiser.
I will not be denied.
I love barbarian magic. Barbarian magic in this case being the slam. Because it's just ridiculous. Alright, looks like we're coming up to the engine courtyard, which probably means I should go ahead and call an episode here for the time being. When we return, maybe we can get back the stranger and his sword and maybe kill Magda while we're at it. That'd be lovely. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying playing it. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.